Hi everyone, I am back with the 5th card for the Mickey and Minnie card series for 2022. This is going to be a Mother's Day card, so let's go ahead and get started. You're going to need 2 pieces of cardstock. This is just black Recollections cardstock from Michaels. And you're going to cut it at 4 1/4 by 11. So you're going to score it in half at 5 1/2, and then you're going to cut diagonally from the score line to the corner on opposite sides. So this is what's going to create the little crisscross. This is way too close. There we go. So let's go ahead and put this together. In the first video, I do show step by step how to do that, if you want to refer back to that video. So we're going to go ahead and just fold along our little score lines here. Now we're going to go ahead and attach these. Alright, so I like my right side going over my left side, just like this. You can do it the other way. If you want to do it like this, you can. It's the way I do it. So I'm going to go ahead and use some Tombow Mono glue here. Give myself a little bit of wiggle room to put these together. Okay, so I'm just going to line this up, but I'm not going to cross that score line on that side, so that way my card still folds in. Just like that. Alright, so there we have our card base. Super simple. A little bit of glue right there. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and glue down. I'm going to glue down my left flap, so just a small line along the bottom here. Okay. That glued down. I forgot to grab an extra piece of cardstock. I don't have any paper. Alright, so I'm going to stick this in here just so I can see, because it's black, I want to see where my edge is, because I'm going to go ahead and attach the left side of my paper, which is my stripes. So for these 2 pieces, there's going to be on your crisscross panels. You're going to cut 2 pieces. It can be the same pattern paper. It can be different. At 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. So there's the measurement for that. And you're going to cut these again at a diagonal, opposite ways. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put my stripes down. Okay. Get this over here. Try to get it as even as possible. Alright, so there's our left panel. Now I'm going to go ahead and glue down and then adhere the right side. So again, just a small little line along the bottom here. Line that up with the edge. There we go. We'll give that a second. You can use, like I've said before, you can use score tape or any kind of double-sided tape. I just don't, because when I stick my little pull-out in here, I don't want it to get stuck. So with the glue, it absolutely dries, whereas the tape stays kind of tacky. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and attach the flowers on this side, and I'm gonna go ahead and stick, what did I do with it? This little piece in here so I can see where my line, my edge is right here. And then I know I can get it semi-even. I mean, it's absolutely not perfect because it's handmade, but I've become really good at eyeballing this kind of stuff. So, alright, we're going to get this attached. And I try to make the right side a little bit more even because it's the side that's on the outside of the card that you're going to see better than you will. Like if you mess up in the corner of this one, no big deal because you're covering it up. Okay, so there's the outside. Okay, now we're going to set this aside and we're going to work on our pull-out. So our pull-out is just black cardstock. So whatever you're using your card base for is what I recommend you do your pull-out as. And this piece is 5 1/4 by 3 7/8. And this is just the black Recollections cardstock again. Okay, and then you're going to need 2 pieces. So I do a designer piece on the front, and then I just do my solid piece on the back for my message. And I'm just using white for the back, and then my pattern piece for the front. And those are cut at 5 1/8 by 3 3/4. So you'll need 2 of those. Okay, so let's go ahead and put our pattern piece on. This is a really fast card. I made it super simple for this series. I'm gonna have to start thinking about next year's series, so I'll have to come up with some kind of card design again. Alright, so I'm just gonna center this as even as possible. So there's my front. Now I'm gonna flip it over and I'm gonna do my white piece on the back. We're going to do a little bit of stamping, and we'll do our Mickey and Minnie, and then we're pretty much done. This is, like I said, a really super simple card. Okay. Let's get this. Okay. So there's that. And we're going to do our stamping, and for this one, I am using Marina Mist. This is a Stampin' Up color, and I'm using 2 different Lawn Fawn Plan On It stamp sets this time. I'm using the holidays, so I'm using the Happy and the Mother's Day from this set. You can use the little heart with the banner that says Mom, which is fitting because one of my kids actually has a tattoo like that. It's like an old classic Sailor Jerry tattoo on his arm. It's so cute. But I'm going to use from the just Plan On It set, I'm going to use the little shopping bag with the flower on it. I'm a shopper, so I just thought that was a little more fitting for some moms out there. But you can use whatever little stamp sets you have. Excuse me. Alright, so I'm going to stamp my Happy Mother's Day. Let me go ahead and pull out my little stamp pad here. This actually really helps when you're using the photopolymer or the clear stamps. Gives a little more cushion. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and stamp this. Sorry if my head gets in the way. Stamp this right here. Okay, so there's our Happy Mother's Day. And then down in the corner, I'm going to stamp my little shopping bag. Alright, so we're done with the ink. We're going to set that aside. So there's the little shopping bag. Okay, so now we're going to add our little pull-out tab. So it's going to be this piece right here. This is just from the washi label punch, also from Stampin' Up. So I'm just going to kind of fold this. And I used the Marina Mist cardstock to cut this out. So just kind of diagonally fold that in half. And we're going to go ahead and set that on here, roughly in the center. Well, that's pretty good. And I'm using my, oh, we're going to do this on the front. I don't want the staple on the back, I want the staple on the front. Okay, so I flipped it around. Okay, so roughly about there. Line that up, and I'm using my Stampin' Up stapler. It's got the tiny little staples, but I don't think it's available anymore. I'm not sure. You can also use, I mean, you can use a regular size staple as well, or you can use the Tim Holtz tiny attacher. I know that's still a thing out there. So there is our little tab. And it doesn't go over on our Happy Mother's Day, which is great. I could have went down just a tad bit more, but no big deal. Alright, so that's going to slip right inside here, and then that's what the card's going to look like. So now we're going to put our, excuse me, Mickey and Minnie right on the front here. Okay, and then I did cut out a little bow, and I do have the die in the supply video, and I do have a video on how to make this bow. I also used the Marina Mist for Minnie's bow as well, just to coordinate with the tab. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get these guys just put down here. This one on. We are just about done with this card. Like I said, these are super fast and easy. So you'll have two Mickey heads on the front, and then you will have your bow to turn that into Minnie. Go ahead and glue this down. Just about there. Okay, so there we have our Mickey and Minnie, and now I'm just going to go ahead and add a little rhinestone right in the center of her bow. And then we will be done. Super quick. I know I've said that like 100 times already, but it really is. It's a pretty fast card. Sometimes less is more, so, you know, having a really simple, clean looking card I thought was really nice for 2022. Alright, there we have it. That's our Mickey and Minnie Mother's Day card for the 22 card series. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments below about any of the products I've used or the card itself. I do have links in the description that will show you how to make the Mickey heads on your own and how to do the bow. And then in the first video of the kickoff, it shows you how to do all the cutting as well. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing and sticking with my channel this far. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.